Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Second day of January. Happy New Year, everybody. Come over to the hideout today just to kind of hang around, because I just couldn't make myself get out when the wind chill factor was going to be down below 0. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, we had some rain. We've had some wind. And it has definitely been cold. Right now, I'm going to say it's about 6-7 degrees. My camera didn't want to come on when I got here, so I got a hot hand warming up in my pocket so I can keep my camera warm. I don't know that I've been over here when it's this cool. It's been several years since it got down like this and stayed this way. Kind of wild how that, how the ice just kind of made a nice little skim across the top of there, isn't it? Well, I'm not going to walk on it. Let's go back over this way. Get back over towards the hideout. And you know what? First thing that's going to happen, I'm going to build a fire. Beautiful day today, though. We've still got wind chill advisories till, I think, noon today. The wind's just barely stirring right now, so it's not all that bad. Let me get on over to the hideout and get some fire makings ready. I need it today. Thanks for coming along, everybody. Wish you were here to enjoy the cool with me. I'm not sure what the rainfall amount was the other day. Quite a bit, evidently. It rained for a while, just before it started turning really cold. Pretty quiet and peaceful over here today. Don't know that I'll see any critters at all. I'm going to uncover that, get some fire going. That didn't take all that long. More camera issues. Gonna have to get another one. Oh, that sure does feel good today. Back here in the shade just a little. You know, it's the first time I've had trouble with the mustache frosting over in a while. And I set my temperature indicator out over there and 12. So, pretty cool. I just wanted to get out today and come over and have a seat. Talk to you guys a little bit about last year. Some of the things I wanted to get done and didn't. And some of the things I want to do this year. Not a whole lot different. Not really. I'd like to get in another trip or two this winter, into spring. I wanted to come out night before last. We had, of course, we had the rain about 4 days ago. But you know, the temperature, I just don't have the gear to come out when night before last, and last night too. We were looking at, I think night before last was like a -12 with the wind chill factor. I just don't have the gear to do that. I'd love to have come out here. I got a little bit of firewood stashed back. It wouldn't take all that long to cut some more. But the sleeping arrangements is the bad part. I just don't have the proper gear to do that. Ain't seen nothing but 2 old woodpeckers so far today. I'm pretty warm, you know. I dressed for it, got plenty of layers on. Plus this fire is really nice right now. Only issue I have in cold weather, ever since the crash, this hand gets really cold. Doesn't want to cooperate. Today it's not bad. Of course, that's helping a bunch. I'm going to enjoy this fire for a few minutes. I'll get back to you guys. My brother Jonah over there in Scotland informed me that cocoa is what old people drink. Cocoa. Old people. I don't mind being referred to as old. But I'm not really old. I've just been here a long time. Can't even tear the package open. No, I'm not cold. You know, speaking of things that might be old or might have just been here a long time. This hat that I'm wearing this morning, my watch cap, December 1978. 100% wool. It kept my ears warm quite a few days and nights. Great Lakes. Back then, if you look on record, you'll see that sometime around the 1st of January, lost my lighter. Somewhere around the 1st of January, still can't find it. Doesn't have work this morning anyway. Wrong pocket. Too many pockets today. Too much ash right now. Cedar's kind of catching up with me. Yeah, sometime end of December, 1st of January, 78, 79. We had 96 inches of snow total there at Great Lakes. I have never shoveled so much snow in my life. And they call it snow watch, like you're going to go get to watch it snow, you know. No, not so much. Still kind of see I'm having a little issue with the wind here. It's swapping around a bit. Let me move this camera so I can talk to you guys a little better. It probably won't be but a minute or two and the smoke will be coming right back over here. Most of our wind's supposed to be out of the north today. And I'm glad we ain't got that 96 inches of snow right now. Whew. It didn't all fall at one time, you understand, but man, was it cold. I don't think I've ever experienced a cold like that since, you know. After I got out of boot camp there, I went to San Diego. 75 and sunny. And I'm ready to dress for wintertime, you know. And wound up going to the beach in just a pair of jeans and t-shirt. Tennessee's kind of funny on the weather too, you know. It's been a few years since we had a real cold snap like this, you know. Where it gets down like this and the high today, 24, I think. This doesn't come around every year. I think I looked at the record right this morning, and in 1985 we had a high today of 74. And in 1986 we had a high today of 14. So averaged out over the last 20 or 30 years, we're due. I just hate it when we have those ice storms around here. This is not bad. Oh, last year I didn't get to do the all the kayak trips I wanted to do. Get a little fishing in. I did manage to do that. Kind of got a little different game plan this year as far as the camping down between the lakes. I'm going to try to do midweek camps so that I can actually get some fishing in and hopefully not be bothered. And when school lets out, of course, I keep frosting over. When school lets out, you know, that's a different story altogether. You got all the families down there, and if you want a spot by the water, you better get there early and plan on having guests, because somebody else is going to come in and camp on top of you. Which, as you folks know, I don't care much for. I will be doing more trips over here, obviously. Here before long, I want to take another walk back over to the hole in the ground. Show you guys the difference between summer and winter over there. Of course, you can obviously look off in the woods here behind me and see the difference now. And I keep looking over the frost pond down there. It's pretty cool. It's a little different. I'm not sure whether that's limbs falling over there or what it is. I keep hearing something back over that direction. Not sure whether I'll have any critters come around much today or not. Don't really look for it. Of course, it's going to be cold again tonight, you know. I think we're looking at 6, 7 for a low again tonight. And then oddly enough, by this coming Sunday, it's going to be almost 50 degrees again. And rain. Had a pretty good little downpour over here, obviously. I walked back over there getting some cedar. And you can see where the water's been running off down there. You know, we've got that little low spot back over that way where water does funnel down through when it rains enough. I surely don't mind the rain. You know, and I don't mind this cold either. I got a feeling I could do the super shelter thing here. That would have probably been all right, you know, night before last night. Or could just brought everything over to do the wood stove setup. That takes a lot of prep, though. And the wood stove's nice for car camping because you don't have to pack it. Say it, the stack, everything goes in one bag. And it weighs right at 30 pounds, 28 pounds, bag and all. So it's pretty heavy to be toting around. Don't have enough snow, can't use a poke. I guess I could. Just drag it through the leaves, huh? Well, I believe this has cooled off enough now. I can take a sip. Still see the steam coming off of it. Thanks for joining me on this cool January day. Just a little hot yet. We'll put another stick or two on the fire. I'll show you guys what it looks like down there from here. I was over here the one time when it rained so much and the water was just about where the edge of the ice is there now. And when it gets up that far out there, about halfway across, it's a little over knee deep, maybe 18, 20 inches. Just so shiny in the sun. If I needed some water, I know where to get some, huh? All the water's gone from underneath it, though. And just got up to walk around for a minute. The little mouse house that I put up over here, or a mouse teepee. Believe it or not, there's a mouse nest in there. I picked up the back corner of it. Enough to see that they had nested in there. Then I got to looking at the state of the teepee here, which I'm going to take down and take it to the house and revamp a little. You can see some of the tape has come loose up there at the top. Well, what I was noticing, and I don't want to poke too much, if you can look right about there, I have a bird guest. I figured wasp would build up in there. And I'm not going to go poking on it or nothing, but got a nice little entrance way up there. And you can just kind of see part of the nest back up in there. And there's that clicking over behind me again. Yeah, quite a bit of water ran down through there. That's a nice, even, flat place to camp right over there, but you don't want to be there if it rains. I have to say I'm plenty warm. As long as I stay around the fire there. Found out what my noise was down there, or at least part of it. Ice caving in, no support. Sounded odd for out here, you know. Not used to having a sheet of ice down there in the bottom. And it's all the way up to 16 degrees. Had to put a couple more pieces of cedar on there just to get the smoke. I didn't want to build a rip-roaring fire today. Wasn't sure how long I was going to be over here. May be here for a little while. Brought some food with me anyway. Coco's doing down good, Jonah. Cool out here, brother. It's cool enough that if you don't keep a lighter in your pocket and keep it kind of warm, it don't hardly want to light. Looking to have a good year this year, guys. I hope things finally get settled with my lawsuit. And all that gets over with and put in the past, so I can quit thinking about it. And just get on with some more camping. I'd like to venture out a little more, you know. I'm going to do some camps on some different parts of this piece of property this year too. Probably more time spring. It's nice to have a little stash of wood over here this winter, you know. Come over and be able to do this in just a few minutes. I'm still hoping for a snow camp this year, though. Didn't get one last year. We didn't get enough snow to camp in. May not this year, I don't know. But we are due an ice storm. It's been quite a few years since everything around here iced over. Never know, do you? More kayak trips. That's something I really want to do. I want to hit a couple of the creeks around here. I got to find some access points first. It's kind of hard to just leave your car out in the middle of nowhere sometimes around this part of the country. For not being a big city, it's got its share of folks that just don't care to make a living right, you know. You may have just heard the ice pop just then. I actually saw the change in the shadow down there. I'd like to do a long Kentucky Lake trip. You know, I talked about that last year, a couple of times, I think. And I was mistaken once. I said it was about between 32 and 35 miles, and it's actually only about 30 miles at the most. And I had planned on doing it in 5 days. That's using the current to get there too. Kentucky Lake's a pretty good sized piece of water. But anywhere you pull in on the eastern side of Kentucky Lake, all the way up through the land between the lakes there, you can camp anywhere. So that's not an issue of having a place to stay. I think I've already a 4-day adventure at 220. Me and the boys went down there. Lady friends joined us. That load out there was just about 110 pounds, 115 pounds, kayak and all, for 3 days at least. So a couple more days, some freeze-dried food. And the kayak didn't roll too low in the water either. That was nice. I've also kind of thought about borrowing one of the boys' 10-footers and load it up and tow it behind me, so I can stay a little lighter and a little more nimble. And not so much to drag up on the beach every night. I'm going to tend this fire just a little bit. Have another sip or two of my hot chocolate and draw off the pipe a minute or two. Just enjoy the afternoon. Almost. Thanks for joining me today, everybody. I had a nice time. Really did. It's one of those times I don't know whether I actually want to leave or not, you know. It's awful nice just to hang out. And we got a little afternoon traffic. About like usual. And make my way on back to the house. Get in where it's real warm for a few minutes. Mid-20s still. I don't know what to say too much about 2017. It's a really good year for camping. Even with the problems I had, I still enjoyed it quite well. Obviously, or we wouldn't keep doing this, would we? We didn't enjoy getting out here. A nice little fire up there. That was nice and warm for a while. Nice cup of hot chocolate for the old man. Not sure when I'm going to get back out here. I want to get down to the lake before too much longer, while there's nobody else down there. And I can probably get a spot and enjoy myself for a couple, 3 days. Don't mind the rangers coming around. This time of the year, they generally always stop and check on you. Make sure you're okay, got plenty of warmth, which is nice. The ice pond was a nice surprise today. You can hear this crunching under me now. This is where the water was flowing down through here. Really appreciate all my views this year. Last year. And to all my new subscribers, thank you. Glad you like to watch. And to all of my subscribers, wouldn't be no reason to make these if you guys weren't watching. I'd still be out here doing this, but just wouldn't be packing a camera around everywhere. Alright guys, gals, thanks for coming along. Appreciate you. Till next time, just waiting for the next big adventure.